Good morning, my loves. Happy Monday. It is going to be a lovely Monday morning here at the lake, here in Arizona. I think the high today is 111. Could be worse. We just take it as it comes and make the best of it. Interesting topic, as always. I see things that run in trends. And I've been speaking with a family going through this. And then I subsequently had a couple of people reach out to me with the same issue, well, similar issues. The topic is families, babies, and relationships. Some people think that if you're in a relationship and you're having issues, whether that's trust issues, you're just not connecting anymore, people think bringing a baby into the situation will heal it. It will make it all better. How selfish of you to think that. Seriously. Because you are wanting to bring a child, a baby, into the world. And as soon as it takes its first breath, it is assigned a job, a full-time job for the rest of its life, to fix your marriage, to fix your relationship. And if your relationship goes south, who are you going to blame? The pregnancy and the baby, the child. Why would you do that? If you are having problems in your relationship, fix the relationship. Don't bring an innocent child into it. That's not fair. I have seen this. I've experienced this firsthand. People that truly cannot afford to bring another child into a family. They can't afford to bring in another baby. But somebody thinks having another baby will make it all better. It will bring us closer together. No, honey, it isn't. It is going to make the financial burden that much worse. It's going to be that much more expensive to clothe, to feed, the utilities, everything is going to go up. It's not going to be cheaper. Think about what you're doing. Think about what you're putting upon this child. It's not fair because the child gets a little older, maybe in elementary school, maybe in high school or grown, and the marriage doesn't work out. The relationship was doomed from the get-go. And somebody tells that child, well, it's your fault. It wouldn't have happened if we hadn't had you. How's that going to make that child feel? Well, you were supposed to be the fix. You were supposed to be the Band-Aid. You were supposed to be what made it all better. How can you say that to a child? And people do say this. I have seen it firsthand. And the person is saying, I didn't have any choice. I didn't ask to be born. I didn't ask to be brought into this. Don't do it. And so often, a child is brought in to the world and the relationship is so toxic. And then you have people telling the child, you're just like your father. You're just like your mother. You're just like so-and-so. This child is made up of both of you. I like to think it's the best of both of you. So if you insult the child like that, why would you do that? Why? Why would you say hurtful, horrible things to a child? Words can hurt just as much as a physical wound, and those scars run deeper and stay longer. Because a physical wound will heal. It may scar, may not. You may forget about it. Emotional wounds, those core wounds stay with you the rest of your life. I remember things my parents said to me when I was very, very young, and I will never forget it. And some things you cannot forget. They're that hateful and hurtful and spiteful. They weren't mad at me. They lashed out at me. They were mad at each other, but they said it to me. Don't do that to your child. Don't think, oh, they're fine. They'll get over it. No, baby, they won't. And there will come a time when you're going to need them and they're going to say, screw you. Seriously, I'm watching it happen in probably 3 different families. Now, a spin on this is grown children. You're grown, you have your own career, maybe you have your own family, but your parents have remained in this horrible, toxic relationship, and they're miserable and they're unhappy. Maybe you live with them. Because some adults still live at home, they take care of their parents or whatever. Your parents choose. I'm going to repeat this. Your parents choose to remain in that situation. The abuser chooses to be abusive. The victim chooses to remain. Maybe after 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, that is their comfort zone. They have come to accept this as their norm, that physical abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse, that's all they know anymore. And they are so beat down, it's just whatever. That's awful. Because we all deserve love and kindness and respect from ourselves, from our spouses, our family, from society. It's free. Why not give it? And for the family members that say that, as far as the abuser is concerned, oh, that's just how they are. Well, they had a bad childhood. That's how their dad was, their mom was. Seriously? You're going to give them a pass, give them a get out of jail free card. You're going to enable their behavior. Really? You're justifying abuse. You're saying, oh, it's okay for this person to abuse this other person. It's okay. It's fine. No, it isn't. Because by doing that, you're condoning, you're telling them, oh, it's okay, do whatever you want, it's fine. The other person kind of deserves it. It's okay, they'll get over it. Really. You don't realize how enabling an abuser makes the situation that much worse. Because you're telling him it's okay to continue the abuse. It's fine. Nobody cares. You do what you do. You had a bad childhood. You do what you do. You have mental health issues. You do what you do. You have stress at work. It's not okay for them to do that. No. Someone, somewhere has to step up and say, stop. You are accountable for your actions, your inactions, your attitudes, your behaviors, and the consequences. You are responsible. And they have to tell the victim the very same thing. Because, honey, by staying in that, you are saying, I deserve it. I don't deserve better. You do. You know you do. It's just become your comfort zone. And people will leave an abusive situation and they can't handle normal. And I'm speaking from experience. I've been in more than one horribly abusive, physical, emotional abuse, verbal abuse, you would not believe, relationships. And I would leave and I would get sucked back in. Don't do that. Don't get sucked back in. You have been in a toxic environment for so long, it's your norm. You get out of that and life is happy. Maybe you get a nice job. Maybe you start another relationship and things are going really well. Life is good. You have security. You're happy. There are no problems. But yet, you will blow that up. Guaranteed. To go back to what you know, to the abuse you know, because the new, the safety, the freedom is so strange to you. It's uncomfortable. You can't handle that. It flips you out. So you go back to the norm. You go back to what you're used to. You return to the abuse. At some point, it will get so horrific that you leave and you don't look back. I did. I wish I had done it sooner. It was horrific. I have been thrown down flights of stairs. I have been beaten. I did not deserve that. Nobody deserves that. And you don't have to say anything. You can just walk in a room and it happens because you trigger them. They're just waiting for an excuse to go off, and you're that excuse. You don't deserve that. Get out. Get safe. And when you're in this new environment, you have a job, you have a life. You got the kids out, you got the dog out, the cat, whatever, the gerbil, the hamster, the goat. You got the pets out. You have a new life in place. And it's going good. But it starts feeling weird. You're waiting for that other shoe to drop. Write it out. Pray about it. Just write it out. This will, in time, become your new comfort zone. You just have to let it. It's going to feel strange. It's going to feel weird. You're going to have all kinds of emotions. Write it out. Have a strong support system that just helps you get through this. I know I did. Had it not been for a really close friend that was actually an ex-fiance of my ex, had it not been for Kimmy, I would not have survived, because she talked me through. She said, she made it through this. You can too. And I owe her my life. Seriously. We had a lot of long distance phone calls, and she got me through it. I have a beautiful life now. I am so incredibly blessed. I have the job of my dreams. I have a wonderful life. I am very blessed. Had I stayed in those toxic relationships, I would probably be dead. They would have killed me. They would have killed me. You deserve safety. You deserve love. You deserve respect. You deserve kindness. The abuser deserves help. I'm not saying growing up in a toxic environment does not affect your life. It does, because it becomes a learned behavior. You see generational behavior, whether that's male or female, it doesn't matter. But you see how grandparents treat the parents, how the parents treat the kids. It's generational. The screaming, the yelling, the violence, the drug abuse, the alcohol abuse. Maybe there's criminal activity. It's generational. It's all they know. And it perpetuates, because no one has the courage to stop the cycle. Be that person. If you are an abuser, please recognize that. You know you are. You know you have a problem. You know you beat the hell out of someone or something. Maybe you get high, maybe you get drunk, whatever. And you do this. And then maybe you have remorse. Some do, some don't. Get the help you need. It's there. You can unlearn toxic behaviors that you've learned that have been passed down. Just because your grandparents did it, your mom and dad did it, and now you're doing it, does not make it right. Your children deserve better. I'm sorry if you grew up in a horrible, violent environment. I am genuinely sorry. But stop the cycle, break the cycle, get the help. Admit, go to somebody, go to a therapist and say, look, my life growing up was a shit show. This is how I was raised to think. This is how I was raised to treat people. I don't like that. I want to change. I don't care if you're 15. I don't care if you're 50. I don't care if you're 75. You still can make a change. It's never too late. I'm working with several families right now that are going through this. And it's heartbreaking, because the kids, the adult kids, are stuck in the middle, and they take sides. Maybe one wants mom to, pull her head out of her ass and please just leave the abuse. You deserve better. You've put up with this for years. That's her comfort zone. She can't step out. Dad grew up in a toxic environment of violence and hate and anger and rage, maybe mental illness, maybe addictions. And so that's all he knows. For him, this is how men act. This is how men treat women. That doesn't make it right. Get them the help they need. Stop enabling. Stop condoning their behavior. Stop giving them a free pass for abusing someone, because that's what you're doing. You're telling them it's okay to continue to do this. It's not okay. Have the courage to be the one to break the cycle. You are worthy, and do not bring an innocent child into a toxic relationship. That's not fair. That is so incredibly selfish. Don't do that. We're all worthy of kindness, of love, and respect from others, from ourselves first.